Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, it's good to know someone can hear me. Can every other person hear me?
Good evening, sir. Loud and clear.
Good evening, I can hear
Very
you.
loud and clear. Good evening.
All right, thank you so much. So how has the weekend been, everyone?
Yeah, great.
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 All right, so my name is Samson Emelike, and I am the coordinator for Havron e-learning hub. And today we are going to start the Excel in business data analysis. This has undergone some transformations when we started the training on Excel, using Excel to analyze data. So this is a new curriculum, and this is the first time we are holding this. And so we are glad that we have a good number who have decided to join us, and we believe it's going to be a great time. So with me, like I introduced in the WhatsApp group, is a pharmacist, Jennifer Enekebe-Smith. She will be co-facilitating in this training. Shortly, I will ask her to speak to you. So one of the things that we are going to do, let me just explain to us that we are currently live on YouTube. There are those who, for one reason or the other, they couldn't join us live here on Zoom. And so we decided to broadcast it on YouTube. They can follow along, but they may not be able to ask questions and receive feedback. Then we had given our guideline in the WhatsApp group. So I'm just going to give us a brief explanation on how the training is going to flow. But before then, let me ask Pharmacist Enekebe-Smith. I think very soon we will be calling her Mrs. Smith fully. So I will ask Pharmacist Jennifer Enekebe-Smith to meet every one of us. And also after that, Mr. Roy to greet us, and then we'll come back to describe how the flow is going to be. So, Fam Jennifer, are you on?
Yeah, good evening, Samson. Yes, I'm on.
Okay, great. So, will you want to greet the people?
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Pharmacist Jennifer Enekebe-Smith. I'm happy to meet everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Roy, are you there?
I'm here, everyone.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so that's fine. What we are going to do is basically hands-on. We have 3 modules in the entire course. Each module is looking at an aspect, and we are going to have everyone tag along as we go once we begin present our demonstration. So we have an overview which Pharmacist Jennifer is going to present. So Jennifer, you can, the presentation is just going to take about 10 to 15 minutes. And then if there are questions, we can ask our questions, and then we can delve into module 1, and then we'll see how it flows. So Jennifer, you can share your screen. Hello, Jennifer. Hello. Hello, Pharmacist Jennifer, are you still on? All right, it seems network has taken off. So let's just give her a few seconds to come back on.
Hello.
Hello, sorry, she's joining back soon. She had a network, yeah, she's joining back.
I'm just wondering.
No, sorry, network took her out, but I just got to, across to her. Okay, so I can, let's just be discussing what she's supposed to present. When she comes, she can take over. So this is an overview of the course. We all know that Microsoft is the most versatile Office application in the world, and it has a wide application in different disciplines. And so it is also one of the most accessible applications, very affordable. And for me, I see it as one of the easily accessible application for data analysis. There are several others. So I'm just giving us the reason why we focus more on Microsoft Excel. Okay, so these are some of the other things or comments regarding business data analysis. For any organization to thrive, it needs to make use of data. And we know that the best decisions are those made from data. And you can only make use of data to make your decisions when you analyze them. We know that some of the business analysis are data that we see or we get. Most of them are not in the proper format and structure that will allow for easy analysis. Okay, so if you have your data, you can't make any decision out of it unless you analyze them. And your data can only be analyzed if they are presented in the right format and in the right structure. And then when you analyze it and you're able to visualize it, it can actually appeal to the audience. And then you'll be able to identify trends. You'll be able to identify things that can help you to make the right decision. Jennifer, are you on now? Hello, Jennifer.
Hello.
Yes. Are you okay now? Can you continue?
My network is, I can, but unfortunately, I apologize. My network is a bit unstable. That I'm be logging out and logging in.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, so let me just continue. Would that be okay?
Yes, that's fine. So sorry about that. Yes.
Okay,
that'll be
okay,
fine.
no problem. Yeah. Okay, so this course has been designed to help us understand how we can use Microsoft Excel, its tools and features to transform data that are not in the right format to a format that is easy to analyze, and then put them in a structure that can also allow us to analyze and visualize. So basically, what we are going to look at in this course is how do we transform the format in which we receive our data to a format that can easily be analyzed using Excel. How can we analyze Excel using the tools, and how can we visualize them? We are also saying that although this is rich, but it's not going to substitute a formal program or course for data analysis, because there are other components and aspects of data analysis that we are not covering. Rather, we are just going to show what are the tools available in Excel that can help us transform data in a way that we can easily analyze them, how we can use Excel to analyze data, and how we can use Excel to visualize data. So this is basically what this training has been designed to help us. So this brings us to the three aspects of data. It has a structure, and in the right structure and format, we can analyze and visualize. And then when this happens, what we see can be descriptive data describing what is happening. And it helps us to discover the things that are available in the data, those insights. And we can use those insights that have been revealed to predict and to prescribe. Okay, so this is what data analysis helps us to do when we want to use data to make decisions. So basically, in this course, we are going to look at three different tools. One is the formula, two, the functions, and three, the inbuilt features. Anyone who is using Excel must have at one time or the other made use of all these three. So we are going to explain them briefly. Formulas are equations that can perform calculations and return information. And they usually start with an equal sign. So in Excel, there are two categories of formula. There is a simple formula and there is the complex formula. The simple formula, we all know the mathematical operators, the plus, the minus, the division, and the multiplication. Okay, and then in some instances we can have exponential, which invariably is just multiplications of a number into several times. Okay, so if a formula has only one type of mathematical operator, it is a simple formula. And we have shown example here. For instance, cell A plus cell A2 plus cell A3 is a simple formula. Cell A2 over cell A3 is a simple formula. You can also have cell A2 multiplied by cell A3 multiplied by cell A4. Even though you have 4 cells or you have 2 multiplications, the fact that it is just one type of mathematical operator makes it a simple formula. And then for the complex formula, it contains 2 or more types of mathematical operators. So an example is given there where you have either addition and multiplication in one formula or any 2 or more types of mathematical operators in one formula. Then functions are basically formulas that have been pre-defined. They are pre-programmed. For instance, instead of selecting A2 plus A3, you will see a sum. You will see a sum that is being inserted. So you see that this sum is a predefined formula, and then we'll just feed in the required syntax to get our answers. All right, so we are going to share this PowerPoint presentation, and what we are going to do today also, usually we share the Excel practice file, but what we are going to do today, partly we are going to develop them, and then subsequently we are going to share that ahead. Now, for the inbuilt features, we also have been using that, something like a filter. You just go straight on the ribbon and click filter. So these are inbuilt features that execute commands. They do not require writing codes, even though some of them will function a lot more advanced if you combine them with commands and some formulas. For instance, conditional formatting is an inbuilt feature. You just go select your data and then go there, click and click and click to get your results. However, there are some instances that you need to impute functions and formulas in that. So that's what we say that, however, functions and formulas can also be combined with inbuilt tools to produce your required output. For instance, also pivot tables and tables. You can actually impute certain codes, very, very simple codes anyway. So now let's look at this. It's actually what we had discussed previously. We are going to look at how to structure data using these tools. Remember, we said the tools that we are looking at are the formulas, the functions, and the inbuilt features. How to analyze data using the same tool, and then how to visualize them using the same set of tools. So this is what all the course is all about. So, like I said, there are 3 basic modules. So we are going to look at the structure. We're going to look at the data analysis itself, and then we'll look at visualization. We have incorporated an aspect of Power BI, which is introduction to Power BI. And we felt this is important, especially for some of us who may be involved in sharing and collaborating with your data. I mean, collaborating with your friends over your organization data or even personal data. So we want to see how that can help us. Okay, so these are the different modules for each of them. For the training objectives, we are believing that participants will understand how to structure data for analysis using Excel at the end of this training. We also believe that participants will know how to use the different tools in Excel for data analysis and visualization. We believe that at the end, participants will understand how to derive intelligence from data for decision making. All right, so for us, there are some assumptions that we have made, and these are the following. Number one, we assume that participants who have registered for this course, they are already familiar with the basics of Excel spreadsheet. Number two, we assume that participants who are in for this course, they understand how to write simple Excel formulas and functions. Perhaps if there are those who do not have this, we have sessions on basic of Excel, so we can get their names if you are one of them, and then we can give you access to the module. We have actually two different modules that will give you an idea to start with Excel. So we call it the basics of Excel. And it looks at understanding the properties of a cell, which are the building blocks of the spreadsheet. We also talked about the relative and absolute cell references. Then we'll talk about the simple and complex formulas and the mathematical operation order. You know, I talked about the 4 operating or mathematical operators. So if you have a complex formula, there is a way that Excel will, there is an order that it operates to give you an answer. So if you don't understand that, you may receive a valid answer, which may be wrong. So, but if you understand the order, then all you need to do is to put parentheses at some point, and then Excel will follow that order to execute your command. All right, so thank you so much. This is all we have for the overview, and we are going to ask if there are questions, and then we can proceed from there. Do you have any questions so far based on what we have presented? We'll just give 1 minute so that we can indicate or send in the chat box. Okay, while we wait, okay, someone's hand is up. Chibike, your hand is up. Please go ahead. Unmute and speak.
Okay, so thank you for the overview. So you made mention about the basics for Excel. I didn't get how you said we were going to get the materials for that. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, Chibike. All we need to do is let us know if you are interested in that. We'll get your email, and then you can send your email in the chat, or you send it in the WhatsApp. Or Mr. Roy, can you collate that? Hello, Mr. Roy.
You can send me currently.
Sorry? Okay, in the WhatsApp.
Yes, let me send on WhatsApp.
Okay. So you can send that, and then maybe at the end of this today's session, we can forward that to you, and then you can access it. So it's something that you can walk through within the week, get a basic understanding of those things there, so that before the next session on Sunday, you are good to go. Okay, so yes, Mr. Tony, your hand is up. You want to speak?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
thank you very much. Just to tell you that I've joined others to be interested in the basics. I'll appreciate it.
Okay, so that's great.
Okay.
Mr. Olagunju, your hand is up. Hello, Mr. Olagunju. Okay, perhaps he also wanted to indicate his interest, right? Okay. So
Sorry,
we are going to
having a talk.
Sorry?
I want to suggest that tool be given to everybody. Since it's free, you can just send to everybody's mail or WhatsApp so that for
Okay, so I think that's fine. We will do that. So at the end of this, we will just how do we do it now? Because okay, we will send it to everyone who registered so that you can have access to it. So thank you. All right, so the next thing we are going to look at is module 1. So all right, so for today, every day we are going to be sharing a kind of agenda that will guide us on what we need to do for that day, because we may not be able to, if we pull out everything in, if we pull out everything module 1 to module 3, we may not be able to, we may miss out some few things. So what we are doing is we will handle module 1, see where we are able to get to at the end of the session. Actually, what we have tried to do is a module will cover 2 sessions, or we'll be able to cover that in 2 sessions. So if we're not able to cover that in 2 sessions, then we can get extra days, extra sessions. I remember I shared this in the WhatsApp group for us to indicate whether we would want more number of sessions or more number of hours per session. I think the majority is requesting for more number of sessions rather than more number of hours. Okay, but now we have more people join us. We'll see what we are going to, we may have another poll for that so that we know that we are guided by majority of our preferences. So we are going to be, we have looked at the training overview. So we are going to look at structure. In this module, we are going to take an example of data that come in different formats and then different structures. Then how we'll be able to transform them from the formats that they are into the formats that we want or that is suitable for analysis. And then we'll proceed to from there to module 2. All right, so the data structure is just all about how you arrange your data in a format that even when you read it, is easy, it can make meaning. Some data come in different formats. We can see some coming in the format of text, some come even in numbers, some come as videos, and some come as web contents. These are all data. But for Excel, because we are looking at Excel, analyzing data in Excel, it requires that the data be presented in numbers. So those numbers, they are supposed to be arranged in a table with well-defined columns with their headers. And then the rows now will represent the observations, while the columns represent the attributes of those observations. So what we are going to be doing in this module is to see how we'll be able to transform data that are not in number formats to number formats. And not only that, presenting them in number format, we also need to see how we can transform them and put them in a better structure, talking about the table. So this is what we are going to be doing. And just to let us know what we'll be doing for this module 1, there are some functions that you can use to restructure the way your data is to a format that is easily analyzable. And there are inbuilt features that we can use to restructure your data and put them in a format that is easy to analyze. Now, at this point, I'm going to inform us that we have several scenarios, and these scenarios are drawn from different disciplines. We have some in logistics, we have some in supply chain, we have some in health services, we have some in sales, we have some in program management, human resource management. The reason we are drawing these scenarios from different aspects is to be able to see how we can bring this to live applicable experiences. But the number of scenarios we have may not be adequate to cover everyone's preference. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to launch a poll so that I'm going to launch a poll so that we can submit our preferences so that we'll see what we can do to get more number of scenarios. So just give me a second. The poll seems to be in another, just give me. Okay, I think just give me a few seconds to go off and come back through another channel because that is where the poll is. It seems to be absent from here. So just give me a second. I'll be out and be back again. Hello, so I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, so please, let's take a minute. Let's take a minute and fill this poll. It's just one question. So we just have few more persons to respond. 19 out of 25 has responded.
So it keeps telling me fail to submit poll, error.
Okay, I don't know why it should be that like that. Okay, we have 20 who have responded. Okay, I don't know if it is possible. Maybe you can try voting again. Bilkisu, will you be allowed? Will they allow you? Try. Okay. Okay. All right, so I think we will end the poll now. Do we have any more persons who want to vote? Okay, so let's end the poll now. And can you all see the responses?
Yes, we can see. Health services, 5%, logistics, second, 27%. Personnel and sales, okay, others 9, personnel and sales 5. Budget management inventory 0.
Okay. So this will help us to know the kind of scenarios that we'll be bringing going forward. So we have health services data, we have logistics management, and then personnel and sales. Then for the others, please, those who selected others, there are two persons who selected others. If you can share on the chart your area, okay, your area, so that we can see if we can draw scenarios from there so that it can give us a real life application. Okay, so thank you for participating, and let's go back to our module 1. So today we are just going to look at scenarios, and let me share the first, let me open up the first scenario, and let us see the format in which data come, the format and the structure. Just a minute. Now, this is not where we need to be. Okay. Right now, you can see this data is in a text format. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, please.
Okay, so what we have on the screen is the names of the students who took or who bought different items on different days. So we might be interested in knowing for James or for each of these students, we want to know how many times did James take milk in a week? How many times did he eat bread? How many times did he buy sugar, and so on and so forth? So we might decide to look at how many times did each student take each of these items. Okay. Okay. So I want other questions. When you see this kind of data set, what can come into mind that you will be interested to analyze? Let's discuss this in the next 3 minutes.
Okay, for me, I will ask what's the available items for anyone to consume, any student to consume.
Okay, what is available? Okay, so that's fine. What this has shown is what they took. So you also want to find out what is available so that students can make appropriate decision. Okay, that's fine.
What is the most
so
consumed?
for me,
okay,
for me, I'll look at what's most consumed.
Exactly.
Okay. So what is most consumed? That's very, very important because this will help you, either you as a business person, to channel your investment to the appropriate item, right? Okay. So Belkisu and his hand, please go ahead and speak. Belkisu.
For me, I would look at what is most consumed because I'm looking at it from the inventory perspective, as in, let's say I'm the store officer. I want to see what is most consumed so that I won't overstock any item in my store.
Okay.
And I won't be, I won't have a low stock of any of the items so that all the students will have what they need.
Okay, so that's fine. It's those are some of the decisions that will be based on data.
We can also look at what week and the trend for the week in a particular day of the week. What goes most, as in what is most consumed.
Exactly. That's another point. You look at the days. Are there some days that specific items are consumed more? You know, so those are also some of the insights you want to learn. Good. So with all this, the way this is spread now, you won't be able to make those decisions because they are not in numbers. So all you need to do is to now say, okay, what feature can you use or what tool can you use to translate this to numbers? And that's when some of those functions come to play. For instance, you might say, okay, on this James line, count how many times milk occurs. Count how many times bread occurs. And in the whole Monday to Friday for all the students, you can decide to say how many times did milk occur from Monday to Friday, from James down to Ade. So with the right function, you're able to translate or transform these things to numbers. And then with those numbers, on each day, you are able to work that out. Okay, so with this now, I'm going to stop sharing this. I want us to open our Excel sheets, and we are going to do this exercise. So can you all open a fresh sheet?
Yeah, it's open.
Okay. So I'm going to share my screen now. Please, how we'll be doing this also is we have requested for our for us to open a spreadsheet, please, I want us to respond through the chat. Done, 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 done. Let's see how many dones we have out of the total number of participants that we have here. Okay, so I have shared this file on the WhatsApp group because this particular exercise that we want to do now, it might take us a while to type those things out. There are other ones that we are going to, when we are dealing with numbers, we can generate that and then I will guide us. But for this one, so that we do not waste time, please just download it from the WhatsApp forum. We have received a good number of done. That's lovely.
Okay, done for download.
Okay, so if you have downloaded, that's great too. And for the download, if you can give us downloaded, let's see how many we have. Once we get 70% downloaded, then we are good to go. Let's say 75%. So let's see how many downloaded we have. We are counting downloaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, Mr. Roy. Mr. Roy.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Can you send that to? Okay. Some are requesting for it to be sent via email. I can't engage in that now to take me away from here. So can you just share it to using their registration? Just pick the email there and then
What exactly is I share?
There is a file I dropped in the WhatsApp group. So that's what we should share via email.
They can't send it from the WhatsApp here.
Okay.
I think that is better
Lillian,
because we're using.
They can just from their WhatsApp to their mail.
Some of us are using our phone. Most of us are using our phone to connect to Zoom, while our laptop is open for the exercise.
Okay.
Let me see.
Olagunji, what I did is that from that WhatsApp that they sent, I forwarded it to my mail and I downloaded it from the email since I'm using my laptop.
Okay. I can do that too.
Yeah, you can just.
I can do that.
Yeah.
So we usually share via email. We'll do that, but it's just that this particular one, we wanted to type it on our own, but I just realized we might take time. The other ones, we'll share them. Of course, those ones are already in that file that we shared.
Hello, I can't hear anyone.
No, we are not talking yet. We are waiting for a few more to download. Okay, so let's quickly go through what we need to do. So we'll just pick some few questions that some people say they are interested in. So the first one is, what is most consumed per week? Then the other person, what is the balance in the store? The other one is, what is, which day, what is most consumed per day, right? What is most consumed per day of the week? Okay, now, so let's look at these three questions. Now, let's look at how many different items are here. Now, I think there are about 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, there are about 4 items. So let me just put them here. So we have milk, bread, sugar. Okay, so bread is, there's tea. So first of all, we need to find out what are the unique items. So these are the 4 unique items. So please just go ahead and type these things that I've typed here. And then you can put them like this, or you can put them vertically. So have we achieved this? Extracting them. Sorry?
Hold on a second.
All right.
All right.
So are we all on the same page? Is there anyone that we are leaving behind? We are moving now. So here we have our question. So I'm going to copy, I'm just going to pick this one and drop it here. What is the most consumed per week? When we talk about consumption or most consumed, we are talking about the number of items per week. Now, all these ones, all these students, they are unique. There's no one who is repeated here. So I'm going to copy and drop this here. I'm also going to drop this and copy this. Okay, let me just push this to this point. I think let's have this over here. So forget this question now. Let's get how many times in the week did this make occur for each of them? And then that will give us how many times, how many make or how many units of make was consumed for total. So here we are going to have total. And this is going to give us equal sign. So right now we are using sum.
I cannot hear anything.
I think he has some network problems, so but he's going to keep on trying to log in. So just be patient. Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. Hello, hi.
Sorry, I just got knocked off. Okay, so let's get back to Are we okay here? Are we good to go? Have we come up to this point?
Yes.
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 Okay, so now all we need to do is either we tap our tab, there's a tab on the keyboard, or you double click this. So I've double clicked and I'm going to hit select, hold and select the entire field where I want to add. I close and I enter. Have we done that?
Sorry, come again, please.
What I say is I'm interested in getting the total, the sum of whatever value we are going to have here, here, here. And so what I have done is to use the sum. So I said I am typing equals sign in the cell where I want the total to appear. And I begin to type the sum. And when I have come here, double click what you want. So there are different functions that have this sum as part of its name. So, but we're interested in this first one. So I'm going ahead to double click this. And then you can see Excel is asking you, since you want me to sum up some figures, what are they? Give me number one, give me number two, and so on and so forth. I might come here and I say, this is number one, this is number two. I come here, I jump, and I come here, assuming these are the fields that I want to add. I could do this and separate them by commas. But because what I want to sum, they are all on this line. So I can just simply click, hold, and drag to select all of them. Because there is no point that I'm going to jump. I am selecting every one of them. So I close my brackets once I am done and I enter. And so whatever I put here now, if I put 1 here, 1 comes down. If I put 9 here, of course, you know, 9 plus 1 will give me 10. It's giving me 10. So if I put 20 here, you know that 10 plus this 20 is going to give me 30. So whatever you put here, it's going to be added to this point. I will come up to that point.
Yes.
Okay, so if we move forward and there's someone left behind, please just call our attention and then we will come back. We want to carry everyone along. Now, because of the interest, the insight that we want to get from this, we need to choose the right function that can bring out the number for us. And that function supposed to look at this for James and look at this James and count how many times did milk occur, because that will tell us how many times James consumed milk. Which function of Excel can look at this rule and count how many times milk occurred? That function is called the count if. It's called the count if. It's a logic function. You are going to tell it, look on this rule. If you see milk, count it. If you see the entry called milk, count it. If you see the entry called bread, count it. So please pay attention on this because we are going to use it to demonstrate some other concepts. Basically, we are going to look at relative and absolute cell referencing. So what we are going to do now is I'm going to hit equal sign. And I told us that we are going to use a function called count if. So I'm going ahead to start typing that function, the name of that function. So you see, once you type C, all the functions that begin with C will appear. So we are interested in count, but with the if. So you can see there are two types of count if. One is the one without an S, and then the other one with an S. So with the one with an S will evaluate several conditions. For instance, you might tell it to count anywhere you see male and you see the age above 60, count. So for those kind of one, we use them to coin or to get indicators. Say, okay, how many male who are above 60 visited the facility this week? Okay, so that's the time we use count ifs. But what we are dealing with now is just one condition. And that condition is count if you see milk. Okay, again, I'm going to double click this count if. Excel is asking, what is the range? So the range is here because we are looking at James. So the range is from Monday to Friday, but for James, it's starting from here up to this point. Now I have identified the range. I'm going to put a comma to tell it that I am done defining the range. The next thing is asking me, what is the criteria? The criteria that I want is milk. So I'm going ahead to click here, which is what I want. I close the bracket and I enter. So it's telling me that James has 2 units of milk attached to it from Monday to Friday.
Sorry, is it Monday dash Friday or Monday, comma, Friday?
There is nowhere I put Monday. And by the way, this is a table. So you may not understand this language because this is a table. So, but it's important for us to know how the formula is written, the syntax. So I'm going to start again. I'm saying equals count if. So I'm going to activate this because this is what I am interested in. Excel is asking you, since you want him to count a number or a value or an entry, is asking you the range. What is the range? We are looking at James, right? And James is on this line. So it's going to start from the James Monday through, see me, I am selecting. I didn't type Monday or anywhere. I just clicked and selected up to Friday where I want the range to stop. So once I am done, I am typing an equal sign, a comma to indicate that I am done defining the range. Excel is now asking you, so if I look at this range, what do you want me to count? That is the criteria. What do you want me to count? I want it to count milk for me. So I click milk. And I am done. So I'm going ahead to close my bracket. And I'm going ahead to hit enter. And it has given me 2. Have we all gotten up to this point?
Yeah, we are with you.
Yeah, yes.
Are we leaving anyone behind if we proceed from now?
Yes,
Please.
so my own is giving me 0.
Sorry? Hello?
See, not it's equal to count if the range, comma, then milk, close bracket.
No, the range. Okay, now let's go back to it. So this is the syntax. Count if. Once you activate this, you will see the range. If you see this range, then let me delete again. So count if, and it's asking me for range. So I'm going to click here and hold and drag to select all up to Friday. Then I'm going to place a comma. Did you get that?
Yes.
Did we get that?
Yes, it's fine up to this point.
Okay. Then the next thing is we need to define the criteria. And the criteria is milk, which is here. So I'm going ahead to click milk. Did we click milk?
Yes.
Then I close the brackets once I am done. And I enter.
Enter. Okay, so mine appears too. Thank you. Right, it's fine. We try it out with the next.
Are we on the same page now?
Yes.
If
please.
we are not on the same page, let me ask this. Did we type this milk, bread, sugar, and tea, or we copied it from here and we pasted here?
For me, I typed it.
For me, I typed it.
Okay. If you typed it and you make a mistake, you could, if you make a mistake in the spelling or in the character, you will get an error. So I want to be sure that we are all here, then I can explain that more.
Okay, yeah, but I use uppercase.
Yes, right, yeah.
You use upper what?
I use uppercase, capital letters, but it still gave me the correct answer.
No problem with uppercase or with no. It doesn't have. It does not. It's not case sensitive.
Okay.
Yes.
I got it too anyway.
Yes, I'm going to show us something shortly, but I want to be sure that we are all at this point. Hello,
yes.
Ma. Are we here? Are we together?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We are together.
Okay. Now we can drag this. If you bring this in here, see this at this point.
Yeah.
Once you bring it to the lower end of the cell, you click hold, drag it towards the right. And it will give you the numbers.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
You got that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, having done this, you can also select all of them if you deselected. Select all these ones, and then come over here, still get that your small, and then drag down up to Ade.
Okay.
Have you done that?
Wow, yes.
So what did you get? 0, 0 like this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. So why are you getting 0?
I got confused also. I didn't get 0, 0.
You didn't get 0, 0? If you didn't get 0, 0, probably you didn't follow us. We're supposed to get 0, 0 like this, and then I will explain some concepts.
Yeah, because I believe that it was James that we were concentrating on. So we got only figures for James.
Okay. Now, what I want to explain we may not really appreciate it very well because this is a table. Okay, so we are going to convert this table to a range. If you click inside this table, you will see it is no, even with this is not a table. So yes, we should be able to get that.
I think we should reference the cells.
I don't want to get these numbers. The reason we are getting this type of language is because we derive them from this table. But I want to explain it in a very simple way. And I need to break this into a range. So if you click inside this table here, you are supposed to see this table design or table tool, depending on the version you are using. Can you all see that? If you click inside here, can you see this? Hello, everyone.
Yes, can we see what? Where your cushion is?
Yes, you will see this table design.
Yes, I have table design, yes.
Yes, do we all see that? You click inside this table, you see table design.
Yes. Yes.
I hope we have not left some people behind.
Yes, we are on the same page.
Okay, so I want to remove the table that we have here because this is a table. So it's giving us the advantages of using table, but I don't want us to use table right now. I want to use a range to explain the concept of cell referencing. So what we are going to do is, now that you click here, come to table design, click it, and open up other menus under it. Have you done that?
Yes.
Have we all done that? Please, can we do this? Go to table design, click it, open up to this, and then right here under the tools, click convert to range. Convert to range.
Hello.
Yes, please.
I can't see that table design, please.
Did you click?
I can't see table design too.
Please click. Can you click inside this table here? This one here, this one here. Can you click inside it?
Okay.
Just put your cursor inside, click inside.
Okay.
And you should be able to see the table design or the table tools or tools.
I've seen it.
You've seen it now, right?
I can't see it. It's not here.
Which version of Excel are you using, please?
2016.
You should see it. If you click inside, where is your cursor? Where did you click? Go and click on D6. D6.
D6, okay.
D6, have you clicked there?
Mm.
Then on your ribbon, did you not see anything like table design or tool option or something?
What I have here, I have insert, draw, page layout, formulas, data review, view, then help.
Then what?
Help. From help, I'm seeing the WPS PDF or something like that.
Okay, you're not using Excel.
William, click inside the table that you are working on.
Hello, hello. That WPS is not Excel. It's a spreadsheet, but it's not a Microsoft Excel. So you may not be able to see that. I am not very familiar with the WPS. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So this table option may not really, I don't know how to work around it. But what all I wanted to do is to remove the table from this, the table feature. So I want to convert it to a range. Maybe WPS does not recognize table. Maybe you are already on where we want to go to. So when we get there, we'll be able to see, okay? So here, I've clicked inside here. Those of us who have this table design, confirm that you have this table design if you are using Microsoft Excel.
Yes, we have that.
Yes, we have it.
So under the two, click this table design so that it can open up to these other tools. And then this convert to range, click it. And then to ask you, do you want to convert this table to a normal range? Go ahead and click yes. The moment you click yes, and you click inside this table design is no more there.
Yes.
Are we good? So you can go ahead and Control S to save that. And then we are going to write this formula afresh again. Okay, already you see that the thing has changed. You're no longer seeing those MASH language.
Please, from Samson, come again. You were at D6 when we went to the table design, isn't it?
Okay, so on this D6, anywhere on this, it could be D, it could be A, or anything, anywhere inside this table. If you click it, you will see the table options activated here at the top. Did you see that?
Yes.
So click that table option. If you click it, it opens up to where you can see the tools. And then you are supposed to choose convert to range.
Which table option? I can see first column, last column, that row.
Okay, just a minute.
Okay, convert to range. Okay.
Yes, convert to range.
Okay.
So click that convert to range.
And it says, do you want to convert the table to a normal range?
Yes, so go ahead and say yes.
Sorry, lecturer. I clicked yes, but I can't see the new table or whatever.
No, it's no longer a table. You have removed it from a table and you won't see that table option again.
So what will we see? Because what I'm seeing something like this, a table.
It looks, but you don't see that option on the table. Do you see that table design option?
No.
So it's no longer a table.
Okay.
Now what you see on this, all this A, B, B, C, D, it looks like a table, right?
Yes.
But in Excel, there's what is recognized as an official table.
Okay.
So this is not Excel official table, it's a range.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to bring up. So most of the things we work with and put them in this format, they are not a table officially recognized by Excel. So when we advance in our study, especially when we come towards data analysis, then we'll be able to see the advantage of using a table over a range like this. So for now, I want to explain a concept using this range. And so our table is still this way. Okay. So now we are going to repeat that, our formula for count if. So go ahead and do this count if.
Please, I have a question.
Where?
Yes, please.
How did you remove all those zeros, those two, the ones we did initially?
I just selected all of them like this. Okay. I just selected all of them and I hit delete. That's all.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. So I want us to go ahead and type the count if for make for James. Just go ahead and type and get the answer for this one. Repeat what we just did for this one, each and every one of us. And then once we are done, type done.
Milk, bread, tea.
Just type equals to count if. This is my range for James. this is my criteria for this. I enter. So this is what I want us to do. Great. I love this. Done, done, done.
Milk, bread, sugar, tea.
Belkis, your hand is up. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask.
Okay.
This convert to range that you did.
Yes.
Can we do it from the onset?
Yes, you can do it from the onset if you don't want to work with a table.
Table, okay, I get it.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's count how many dons we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 10 out of over 20. It's possible that this is elementary to some people. Please just help us and type done. And if you are experiencing challenge, let us know so that we cannot just assume that all is well. Meanwhile, all may not be well.
All is not well here, please.
Please let us know what the challenge is.
I'm still battling with my destiny. Please, can you just
I want to know what exactly the issue is.
Yeah, I can't even continue from this end. That's just the truth.
Why? Why can't you continue? Did we miss anything? And
you know that table and the range.
Are you the one using the WPS?
Well, yes, I didn't see it here, and I'm battling it. I don't know.
No. What I am saying is, don't worry about that converting to range. It's possible that WPS does not recognize that table.
Okay.
It does not recognize the official table. You know, I told you that official table is what Excel recognizes as official table. So just go ahead.
For Android.
Sorry? Sorry, I didn't get that. You said, what's the Android something?
I said that WPS is just an app for Android.
Okay, yeah. But
I don't know
if
how
it's
not entered my laptop because
no. Hello, see, WPS is an app that that handles documents.
Yes.
You can have a WPS handling Word document, Excel document, even PDF. And I also think PowerPoint. You know, but I do not know the things that can happen that mirrors Excel operations. So, but I know they can accept, just like most spreadsheets, they accept formulas. So what I want you to do using the WPS, go here, just type this. Go ahead and type this count if.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Ikenna, for responding to that question. This is what we want. Somebody has asked question and another person has responded. So please go ahead and just type equals, then type the count if. Then open the bracket, you will see those range and the criteria. So my brother, are we on the same page now? Thank you, Bilkisu. Hello, my brother using WPS. Are we together now?
I just said count if the team count if bracket. So we have the range.
Now I want to find out.
Look at the screen.
If you type count if.
Yeah.
If you type count if, or once you say equals, go ahead and type equals and let me see.
I have done that.
So write C.
Then I have selected the range from.
Did you see count if as a function?
Yes, I saw it. You see.
Okay, so that's fine. Then you selected your range, right?
Yes, from milk to bread. That's Monday to Friday for James.
Good. So you put a comma.
Comma, okay.
And then it's asking you for what? Criteria, right?
Criteria, yeah.
So go ahead and click make because you are interested in make there.
Okay.
Click and then close your bracket and enter.
Okay.
Sorry, lecturer, when I click on the range,
then I will press enter now.
Yes, press enter.
Make the bread, I get C2
done.
Colon G2. I don't know.
Done. Thank you.
Am I on the right path?
Sorry, come again. You were asking question.
I said when I clicked on county for James, for range, I clicked milk to bread for James. That's the Monday to Friday.
You click and drag to select it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What I'm saying is C2 to G2, C2 column G2.
Yes.
Yes.
So put a comma.
Okay.
And then you can either click on make above it or you just type K1. And then close your brackets.
Milk. My milk is J2.
Okay, it's J2. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, my milk is L2.
So
okay, that's fine.
And enter.
Yes, close the bracket and then enter. Did you get the answer?
I got it too.
Okay, so that's fine. Are we all on the same page?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is there anyone we are leaving behind if we proceed from now?
Let's proceed, sir.
So we're doing the same for Demas and Jibril?
Yes, just hold on. What we are going to do is if you want to do for them individually, you can type, but we want to see how we can do it very, very fast. And doing it very, very fast, there are concepts we must understand. Some of us that have been using formula, we know when we type formula, we can duplicate it to any cell by clicking and dragging. When you click and drag, you are either using a relative cell reference or an absolute cell reference. So I'm going to explain these two concepts now. Now hold this and drag from the bottom right, and then you move. Have you done that?
Yes.
Now, this may be correct or incorrect, but we need to test it. If I click here, you see over here on my table, this is selected and make is selected. That's fine. If I go to bread and double click, you see what is happening. Can you see how this shifted to H and it's starting from D? Hello?
Yeah. Yes, we can see.
Did you see that? But this is wrong, isn't it?
Yes.
This is wrong. It's not supposed to extend to H. And instead of starting from C, it's starting from D. Now, if we go here and click, let's see what we have for T. If we click T, you see our selection started from F, and it's extending to J.
Yes.
Is it like that your own?
Yes.
So there's something wrong with the way we imputed the formula and dragged. It would have been okay if our referencing is fixed. So we need to fix that range because the range is what is moving. This milk, this bread, they should move, but our range should not move, isn't it?
Yeah.
I want us to be on the same page. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Did we see that the range moved?
Yes, the range moved.
Yes,
the range is not supposed to move.
It's beyond
Let's
the
just get that. When we come to bread here, the range is supposed to be looking at from this Monday to Friday and stop here. And when we come to sugar, the range is supposed to start from Monday and then stop on Friday. Now, the reason is by default, when you type your formula and you drag it, you are applying a relative cell referencing. Relative cell referencing. So for us to fix that, we need to make an absolute cell reference to this range. And how is that done? I'm going to delete this side that is wrong. Here, remember inside this, C2 to G2 is our range, isn't it?
Yes.
So I'm going to select that range, C2 to G2. I've selected it. So I'm going to put the dollar signs in front and at the back of each cell. Remember that a cell is made up of a column and a row. So we have C2 as a cell. It's made up of C, column, and 2, which is the row. So we are going to put dollar sign in front of them. Depending on the laptop that you use, there is an F4 function. So that's what I am going to put. I have inserted, you see, I have inserted, let me see it. Here, my C2 to G2, I have inserted the, what's it called? The dollar sign in front of the C, in front of the 2, which is for the C2. And I've inserted a dollar sign in front of the G, column G, and also in front of 2. So if I am copying this cell, I am making absolute reference to this range. It will not move. So you can go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and insert a dollar sign in front of the C, and then in front of the 2, you do the same thing for G. If you don't know this, the function that will impute that directly, you can go there, click in front of the C and type your dollar sign. Then you move your cursor in front of the 2, type the dollar sign. Most
It's only
keyboards
what I've
have
done.
dollar sign on
Exactly
number
what
4.
I've done.
Exactly what you have done, right?
Yes.
It can work.
Yes.
So most keyboards have dollar sign on the same button where 4 is.
Yeah.
Are we there?
Is
Yes.
it one that is the answer?
To drag?
Okay, 1. What is the answer, please?
$C, $2, column. $G, dollar.
Yes.
$2.
$C, $2, column. $G, $2. Yes. Then the other K, just leave it because it has to move.
Please click. Let me see the formula.
No, you see, the same formula that is there, all we need to do, look at my formula bar here, over here, this is my formula bar. So what we say is...
Yeah, I don't understand this dollar sign.
You don't understand the dollar sign, right?
Which range are we looking at?
Could you go back to use the function, please?
Just include the dollar sign first. We'll get to know why we're using it.
Could you go back
Please,
to use the
from
function?
something, which range are you looking at now? Is this C2G only?
Yes, it's C2 to G2. You know, this is the range where we...
Okay, G.
Yes,
Okay.
to G2.
C2 to G2.
Please, can you try using the function again, please?
Oh, wow.
Okay, you know, there are different keyboard layouts and configuration. My own, I have those small function buttons. Okay, so the one written F4 is the one if I select, like I select the range now or any cell, and I press that F4, this dollar sign is assigned to the selected cells. So, but I know that if you decide to type them individually, it will still work.
Yeah.
So are we there now?
We are there.
Yes, we are there.
Is there anybody we are leaving behind? Please, this is a very key concept in Excel, and we need to get it.
What does the dollar do?
The dollar fixes your reference.
Maybe you run over it again, please. Just run over it one more time.
Run over the assigning of the dollar.
Yeah.
We haven't moved away from here yet. If everybody was able to write the count if function, all we want to do is that when we drag, so that we get for bread, for sugar, and for tea, we want to ensure that the range does not move. And the best way to do it is to fix that range, so that when we come to bread and we are making reference to C2 and G2, it does not move. But you know that we saw that it moved. When we moved to bread, it shifted from Monday and started from Tuesday and ended in H.
Yeah.
And we want, even if we move forward, the range should not change from Monday to Friday. That's what we want to achieve.
Yeah, we follow that.
Good. And the best way that we can fix that range is to put the dollar signs in front of the column and in front of the row.
Yeah, so practically restricting it within those.
Exactly.
ranges.
So we are restricted. If we copy this to another cell, we are restricting that range to that particular range that we have fixed with dollar signs.
Yes, that's clear.
Okay, so I'm happy. I've explained again. Amaka, did you get that, or I should still come back again? Okay, so what I say is now, okay, let me explain again. You know, when we had, okay, let me just
yeah, I think you should go back to the table and show that thing that you did, which showed us that we were out of range.
Okay, so since this is no longer a table, let me just remove the colors.
This is a range.
So that all right, and permit me to remove this also so that it can come close. Okay, so if I'm going to get another distance to, let me just use this, and let me use this to make an illustration. So here I have my total. So I'm going to say this is equals to this plus this gives me 5. So assuming I have 3 here, and I have 7 here, and I have 2 here, and I have 9 here. Now, this is my range of data, and this is where we have our formula. Now I can drag this. So you see, if I click this, what I'm simply saying is this plus this. If I click this, I'm saying this plus this. If I click this, I'm saying this plus this. Now, the reason why what I copied here is duplicated here is because it's a relative cell referencing. It's a relative cell referencing. Now, let me put a figure here. I want to put a figure here, let's say 10. I'm going to use this to describe relative cell referencing. So if, let's say this is first, this is second, and then this is third. And for me to get this third, I need to multiply this by this one. So if I say this is this times this is 30. I don't want to move away from here. So this one is going to be this times this. Here is going to be this times this. Now, if I drag this down, I'm going to run into this error. Do we understand this? Somebody's mic was actually disturbing. All right, so I think it's muted now. So you will see that we have an error here. Why do we have an error here? Because we assume that, or what we have applied is relative cell referencing, whereas we are supposed to apply a absolute cell referencing. Now, when we look at this, what we simply said was, hey, come over here on the left-hand side, which is L7, pick the value here, then go up 1, 2 steps upward, and then go back right-hand side and pick this value. That's what we told Excel to do here, which it did and got this for us. And because we dragged this down, we have told it to do the same thing. When we click here, come to the left hand, pick the value here, take 1, 2 steps upward and go rightward and pick the value there and multiply it. So that's why it has come to multiply with a number here. But the number here is not a number, it's a text. That's why returning error. Again, if we look at this, we ask it to take a step to the left, pick the number, and then take 2 steps upward, move to the right, pick the value there, multiply them together. That's why you have 9 times 30, which is 270. But actually, this place is supposed to be this times 10. And then this point is supposed to be 9 times 10. So for us to ensure that each of these, they go here and pick, we must make this one an absolute reference point. Does that make any sense now?
Yes. So
yes,
does it make sense?
It's a bit confusing.
And to make it absolute.
So how do you make it absolute
Add
reference?
dollar sign.
Good. Yes. So this point now, how we can make this absolute referencing is this first point where we wrote our formula. We are going to identify the point where we want to be making absolute reference to, which is M5. So all we need to do is click this M5, select it, and then put a dollar sign in front. You can put a dollar sign in front of the M and also in front of the 5. We enter. And so when we click and drag the formula, it obeys. Okay. Click this one, is going there to pick it. Click this one shift and goes there to pick this. Click this one, this goes to here and pick this one. So that way we have made this cell, which is M7, is it M7 or M5, absolute reference point. So even if we drag this down up to this point, this one is picking a figure here and going over here to pick it. But without that dollar sign, once you drag down, it will be going up and be looking at this thing next above to it. So does it make sense now?
It does.
Let's proceed.
Okay. So with that in mind, this is what we want to do. So for here, we say count if our criteria is this. Now we are going to make this an absolute reference point. So for me, I can just come straight and hit my F4, and then I put my comma, and I come and select what I want it to count. And so, because I have made this range absolute cell reference point, I can drag down to this point. And then if I click here, it's still intact. I come to bread. My range is still making reference to this point. I come to this point, it's still making reference to this range. The same thing with T. So it's no longer shifting. That is very, very key, because sometimes if you don't put this into perspective and you drag your formula, you can get answers that are not error, but they are not correct.
Yes.
Okay, so the next thing is for us to go and do these ones on your own because of time. We have 6 minutes more. Note that if you want to drag this one down, let me also tell us that we can drag this down and we'll run into error. Let's drag this into, and then we'll see the error. If you come here, see what's happening. Number one, instead of fixing the mic here, it's selecting 2. And then because we already fixed here, so we are looking at James' record. If you come here, it's also, sorry, for Tunde, is also making reference to this, but this is not what we want. So for each of them, we need to make for this and then drag like this. We'll make for this, drag like this. So this is going to be our assignment for the next 5 minutes. And then from there, we close. Are there questions?
Yes, please.
Okay. So, yes.
Hello.
Yes, sorry, please. Let me just respond to this. It is not F3, it's F4, please. Okay, thank you, Bekisu. She has also responded to that. So, yes, go ahead with your question, please.
So my question is, so is there no way we can drag down just to avoid, because maybe you have lots of more, or let's say the students, you have so many, rather than doing one, are you saying is there no way we can drag down from the milk down and then
you can drag if you, okay, now see, let me just give us how we can drag down if you want to drag down, right? For here, all we need to do is we'll come and remove this. We are going to remove we are no longer going to fix this. Okay, so I'm going to remove I have removed that, and I'm going to fix this one. I'm going to fix the top one because that's the one that should move, isn't it? That should not move. So I can just simply come here, do like this. And so for this one now, you see, it's telling me Jibrin, but it's still staying put at make. If I come to Uche, Uche's record is highlighted and then make is fixed. So this is the same thing you do for the rest of them. So you come here again, you come over here, you remove this one. I'm going to remove but then I fix it on this one. Okay, I do the same thing. So this one, I just drag it down. Let me see. This is who? So Dimas is still James. So I need to change. I need to change this. Are you understanding what I'm doing? You asked for this, so I'm giving us how we can do this.
Yes.
Okay. So this goes down. I come here again. So I'll remove this absolute referencing so that it can change to another person.
What shortcut are you using to remove the absolute referencing?
Like I say, it's F4.
Okay.
F4. If your F4 does not work directly, then press the function, hold the function down, and then press F4. It should work. And then, so I have done this. Okay. It's like this one doesn't have sugar. Then I come to this, and then I remove this. Sorry. I remove this, and then I fix it on M1, so that when I drag down, it does not.
M1 becomes absolute.
Yes. So what I have done is that I made these ones absolute on each row, and then I just remove the range. So if I come here and click, you can see that it's telling me for outdo, which is correct, but it's still fixed on T. I come over here, this is Uche bread. Uche range changed and bread fixed. So this is all that we have. I've been able to do this. Okay, so if you look at this now, you can do your analysis. You can already see what is happening for total. For the whole week, these were the way that each item was sold or was consumed. The highest is the tea, followed by bread, and then make. Maybe these people, you can deduce that these people, they're afraid of taking sugar or something like that. Okay, so are there questions? Please, I want us to do this and get this answer on your own by the time we'll be coming back next week.
Right. So instead of using this your pattern, we can also impute individually on
Yes,
the name.
yes.
Okay.
Only that it will take you long, but if you prefer that, that's fine.
Well, we're looking for how to do this thing smartly. So if the part you've taken is the smart one, then we have to try to get it.
Okay, so that's great. Are there questions? We're about okay, no question, right? That's good.
Sorry, I have a question, sir.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Yeah,
yes.
My concern is thank you for the tutorials. Yeah, when we started, you clicked a particular cell and then the table design showed up. When you clicked on the table design, then we went to, is it converge to or something?
Convert to range, yes.
Convert to range. So what's the significance of that convert to range in this, Excel analysis now that we just did?
Okay. I also assume that the language that is used in table and pivot table might be confusing to some people. So if I had used the table, if I had continued imputing this formula here with this as a table, you won't be able to understand this. Are you getting it?
Yes, yes.
Yes, we may not be able to understand what we are trying to bring out. Because for the table assumes that you want to harness all its features. And so those things may not really come into play. So that's just the essence. When we share this, we share it as a table, as an Excel official table. But when I needed to explain this, that will mask the import of that concept when we want to explain it. So that's why I decided to change it to a normal range. If you want, you can change this thing back to a table. So we can do that next time when we come. Sorry, somebody seems to be talking, but Gift, your hand is up. Please go ahead and speak.
Okay, sir. My question is, okay, it's not like a question. I just want to say we can still get the same output or result if we do it the other way around, right? Like where we make if we want to do it vertically, where we make the absolute to be to range from different rows and make the other one as in the absolute to be the different rows, and then the columns will be the one that will be changing.
Yes, if you like, you can drag down. When you're dragging down, that means for each column, you are making these ones absolute.
Yes.
Yes, you can. And if you like, you can do it like this, where you are making, yes, you can get the same answer.
Making this one's absolute and the other one's changing. Okay.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Sorry,
my own by the network.
Sorry?
Just joining back now, Karen. I was knocked off by the network. I was trying to reconnect.
Okay. We are going to share the link to the live recording. It's on YouTube, so you can just go straight there and view, and then also follow along.
Okay.
It's okay. Thank you.
Yes. So we are going to drop it on our WhatsApp group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so good to know, Ebuka, that you have sorted the issue. So Achumbo Augustine, please, your hand is up. Go ahead and speak.
Thank you very much, sir. You are sweet. You know, for the first time, I thought these things are too difficult, but the way you break. So what I want to say, what I want to ask here is this: after we must have, where we did the absolute things and now got the variable, that is the table. How can we now convert this table back to this range?
Back to table.
Yes.
Well, it's very simple. All you need to do is click inside so that when the Excel is trying to predict, it can suggest correctly for you. So I've clicked inside here. I'm going to do, there are two ways to do that. You can come over here on the ribbon, you see insert, right?
Yes.
Yes, you see insert. So I'm going to click that insert. Then you will see tables here. Can you see table here?
Yeah.
So I'm going ahead to click my table. And then it's already selecting to find out if this covers what you want to use as table. And then this create wizard, table create wizard is asking you, does your table have headers? Of course, it has headers. So we are good to go. So once I click it, it becomes a table. So you can see the table design is here again.
Yeah.
If I click outside it, the table design goes off. If I click on inside.
One has an effect on the other table we just
No, because it has already been created before you converted it. It won't be.
It's okay.
So when we go to data analysis, we'll be able to explain the benefits of working with data like this, with official table. There are so many things there are so many advantages of working with data in official table. All right, so thanks everyone.
Sorry, the second way of converting back to tables. You said there are two methods.
Okay, there are two ways. Okay, so let me convert this back to range. And let me just remove this. So, excuse me. The other way is to, let me remove no field. The other way is to hit your Control T in table with a control. So I'm going to hit my Control T because it has, where my cursor was before hitting that Control T, it looks like this is where I want my table to be. That's why Excel is selecting it. So let me escape. See, I'm clicking somewhere outside any table, and I'm going ahead to hit Control T. So it's asking you now, this is where your cursor is. So is this what you want? If this is not what you want, all I need to do just to go and select where I want and define it here. This is the range now, and I hit OK. But remember this now, I didn't select my table has headers. See what's going to happen without selecting it. So when I click this, it has created headers for me here as column 1 up to column 6 because I told it that my table does not have headers. So I'm going to undo and I'm going to Control T again. I'm going to select this. Now, rather, I will select that my table has headers. I click, it's no longer going to insert those columns for me. It has recognized that the first row have my headers.
It's okay.
Okay, well,
all right, so thanks everyone. We are late, 9 minutes late.
Oh, wow.
So please go and do a lot of practice. Somebody sent in the chat that this requires a lot of practice. Yes. I absolutely agree. If you learn this now, you get hang on it. If you don't practice it in the next 1 week, you will forget.
Yeah.
So just make sure that the things you do, you are using this. Even if ordinarily they do not require it, try and imbibe using what you have learned in your day-to-day work. So thanks everyone for your time. And we apologize for exceeding by 10 minutes. We hope that next time we'll be able to keep to time and then we would have learned more. Thank you so much. I hope this is very, very participatory and impactful.
Yes, it was.
So thanks, everyone. We are going to share the link, our channel handle in the WhatsApp group.